walk through setting up the awning today. The awning, one end of it attaches right here at the back of the Jeep. The first thing to do is set the stakes, because that's the easiest way to do it. There's a hard way to do things and an easy way. Setting the stakes first is easiest. So starting from right here at this corner of the Jeep, I'm going to walk out 4 paces. And when I get here, I'm going to take 1 step to the left. Well, you know there's a stake there already. So I'm going to use that stake. On the other side of the Jeep, it's the same thing, except you start at a little bit different place. Start right here, because this is where the awning mounts. So again, 4 steps out, and 1 step over, and there's a stake. Now we're going to slide the awning into the awning track. The awning has a piece of black cater sewn on the edge. It goes into a mating track that's already installed on the camper. So we're going to put this in. I always start from the front of the Jeep, mostly because I'm right-handed if I'm working on the driver's side of the Jeep. When we get to the back of the Jeep, there's a loop built into the slide rail. The end of the awning hooks over that loop. At the end of the slide rail, there's a little notch, and there's a loop sewn into the end of the awning, and that loop hooks over the slide rail. Now that it's attached to that loop at that end, we can come over here, pull it snug. It doesn't have to be tight. There's a line here, wraps on a cleat, like that, and you just be tightened up just a little bit is all it needs. I'll give you a close-up of that in a minute. At the rear end of the Jeep, there's a notch cut into the slide rail, and the loop will hook over this tab, and that is how the awning is secured. I moved the tent up out of the way just so you can see it better, and I don't know if I can pull this off with one hand, but we'll try. Yeah, there we go. So it just goes on like that, hooks there, and then we'll tighten it up at the other end. At the front end of the Jeep, we've got a cleat, like a sailing cleat, that is built into the front mounting bracket. And so we've got line, a little bit of loose line here, just wrap it around just like use any cleat. There's a little freedom here, snug that up, and it should end up like that with the roller cam landing right on top of that cleat, and it doesn't have to be super tight, it's just keeping this snug. After you get the awning in place, it's also easiest just to set the stakes for points as well. And so you hold it out like this, hold it up, take a step over, got a stake right here, and I did the same thing on the other end. And it's easiest to line them up with the ridge line once you've got the awning in place. Now we're going to set poles. I've already set them a little bit taller than my head. When they go up, they're going to go at an angle and end up just a little over 6 feet. There's a loop sewn into the webbing on each corner, so you can just hook the screw through that. I'll run this up. The guy line is stuffed into a pocket on the underside of that. I'm going to take the loop, just hook it obviously over my stake, snug it up just a little bit. Same thing on this one, goes through like that.
Gotta knot my line.